What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Today we're finally jumping on this train, 4 fragrances for life. There's been a lot of drama around this series, and rightfully so. As fragrance collectors and enthusiasts, yeah, it's difficult to boil it all down to 4, 1 per season. Now, this is a tag video, and I feel very fortunate to have been tagged by a few different reviewers. First, I believe I was tagged by Rome from He Smells Like Rome, so what's up, Rome? I see you. I was also tagged by Max Forti, and that's a big honor, so thank you, Max, for getting me in on the fun. And I think I was also tagged recently by Lee Style and Fragrance, up-and-coming reviewer. I appreciate your content, man. Thank you for tagging me. And I think I was even tagged by an even newer reviewer by the name of Godly Sense. I'm just kind of getting into his channel, so I don't know much about him, but I did see that you tagged me, so thank you for tagging me as well. If you didn't know, this whole tag was kind of started by, it was started by Sebastian over at Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If you don't know his channel, what are you doing? Go check him out. I love his reviews. He's one of the few reviewers whose videos I watch from start to finish. Doesn't matter how long it is, I'll watch it. I don't know what it is, just the way he talks about his love for a particular fragrance, the way he expresses his passion is captivating. It's really infectious, so I love watching his stuff. I think you will too if you haven't already. So check him out, link is down below. And links to all these guys are down below. Let's jump right into this. I got 4 fragrances I'll share with you, and then I'm going to tag a couple reviewers as well. Alright, first up, we'll go with the spring, because at least at the time I'm shooting this video, we're on the brink of springtime. So let's jump into my spring fragrance. For the spring, I've chosen a favorite of mine, and one that I wore surprisingly more than I thought I did last year. And I logged it, in my most worn for 2018. You can check that out here if you didn't. And this one was pretty high up on the list. This is at the Barbers from Margiela. This is a perfect fragrance for this time of year. Aromatic fougere in the barbershop vein. What I love about this fragrance, it's fresh and bright while being gentlemanly. So it's not just fun, playful citrus, hey, let's go to the beach kind of thing. It has a freshness to it. There's lavender and there's also mint in this, which brings this beautiful open freshness to it. It has a little bit of citrus too. But it has this elegance has some leather in the base, so it gets leathery. There's a sweet creaminess from tonka bean, and there's a bit of this herbal nature, which I really think in the heart contributes to this gentlemanliness that's coming from rosemary. As with all the fragrances you're going to see on my list, including this one, versatility is my priority. If I'm going to have 1 fragrance per season, I need to be able to wear it everywhere. That goes without saying. This is one I can do that. I can wear this casually if I want to. I can throw it on with a t-shirt and some nice pants or some chinos or something like that. Or I can dress it up. I could wear it day and night. It works both ways. It could be casual, but also kind of elegant. Again, it has this gentlemanly nature. So it's not mature, but it just works when you're really dressed well. I love this for that. Easy to wear. This is my spring pick. That's at the Barbers from Margiela. For the summer, this was hard, as you would guess, because we've all said, yeah, this was hard, this pick was hard. Yes, this was hard too for the summer. But I ended up going with Creed's Millesime Imperial. This is a staple. Oh, man. This is another one that's it's fresh, which lends itself to being casual, but it has this classiness to it. It is so classy. And I think I heard Sebastian from Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews mention how he finds this fragrance so versatile, how you can spray it on in the morning and go to work and wear it as a work scent. And then if you're going to go out after work, you can just respray it on and have it as your scent of the night, because it is so classy. It works with such elegance. There's a beautiful combination of fresh brightness from citrus, and there's this aquatic sea salty nature to it, and there's this fruitiness to it as well. So that makes it kind of bright and open, but there's these musks in the base that makes it so classy and so smooth and very alluring. I don't know what it is, but this stuff gets people's attention. It's not your average fresh aquatic at all. So I just find it very easy to wear casually, and also when I'm dressed a little bit more smartly, I throw this on and it works perfectly. So once again, I can wear it in every situation, and thus it lands in my summer spot. for my 4 for life. Okay, up next for the fall, you guys could probably guess this. This is a staple on my channel. I think, I don't want to brag or take credit where it's not due, but I think I am kind of getting a lot of attention on this fragrance ever since I started talking about it pretty highly and heavily. And this is John Varvatos Vintage. Those of you who know my channel, this is no surprise. And this fragrance, I gotta say, I did a review on it, which you can check out here. I find this fragrance difficult to describe. Every time I try to describe it, I struggle to put the words together. Even in my review, it took me a while to really try to formulate how this fragrance makes me feel and what it smells like. What you're gonna get out of this is a little bit sweet, but tart. It has this rhubarb note, which is a very unique addition to this fragrance. It has the smoothness to it from suede, which basically comes off kind of like a smooth, leathery nature in the background. There's a ton of going on in here. There's even fir resin, which brings this almost dark green quality to the background. And I think that lends to its gentlemanly nature. This fragrance is a little bit mature, as I've said in my review, super elegant, but I think when it's in the air, anyone will find this so pleasant. Anyone. I know a lot of you guys have reached out to me after buying this fragrance per my recommendation and told me you didn't really like it. And that's totally okay. But what I found is I think anyone, even those who may not wear this fragrance, find it so pleasant in the air. When you walk by somebody with this fragrance on, you just come off so sophisticated and confident, especially when you're dressed the part. Again, it is pretty versatile in my opinion. I could wear this during the day casually, that's fine. It's light enough for that, but the presence of its scent character makes it so perfect to wear in the nighttime when you're dressed up a little bit more formally or elegant. And again, you just exude this air of confidence and sophistication. And that's what I love about this. And you know, I don't really keep track of compliments. As you guys may have seen, I don't do most complimented lists on this channel. That's just not something I do. But I would have to say that this has got to be my most complimented fragrance. And again, it's hard to describe. You got to put your nose on it if you haven't. That's John Varvatos Vintage. And my pick for the winter. Once again, this was a hard one too, but not really. Mainly because right now in my collection, because I've done so much purging over the last year or so, I actually find myself without what I would consider a bona fide winter fragrance. I have some that kind of border fall and winter maybe. So for that reason, I've had to kind of default to a fragrance. But it's still one that I would wear a lot in the winter. And I do find it pretty versatile, believe it or not. This is Dior Homme, the EDT. I love this fragrance. I love it. I used to not. Man. It's just so unique. It's so different. You're going to get people's attention. It's naturally elegant. Its scent profile naturally leans more towards the elegant side. So if you dress the part at night, throw on a suit, something real clean cut, fits you, you throw this on, confidence through the roof, sophistication through the roof. You're going to be turning heads. Just don't over apply it. Subtle is better with this scent profile. Otherwise it comes off too grandma smelling. That's what I found when I've over applied this one. If you don't know what it smells like, you need to go smell it. But iris is the main player here. Kind of this lipsticky powdery nature, a little bit floral. There's cacao, which ultimately comes off a little chocolatey when it mixes with the iris. You get some leather in the base, and there's a little bit of freshness from lavender. There's some other things going on in there, but that's mainly what I get when I put this on. It's kind of fresh, but it's also sweet and kind of dense and rich, but it is light. It has an airiness to it. It is an eau de toilette, so it functions like one. Even though it's not the heaviest fragrance to wear in the winter time, again, I feel like its scent profile works perfectly for the winter. So because it's kind of light, I can wear it in the daytime, a little bit more casually. Because it's so elegant by nature, again, I can throw it on for any nighttime occasion, whether it be I have a performance or I'm just hanging out, doesn't matter. This is a great scent for that. I will say that I have a couple of others in mind that if I had them, they would probably beat this out for my winter pick, like Parfums de Marly Harrod. I think I would wear that more than this. But I do find myself in an interesting situation. I have had to choose this because I want to wear it more. I actually do. And I plan to wear it more next winter. Things are getting warm around here, so I can't get much wearing out of it now. But oh man, a very special fragrance, and that is my winter pick, Dior Homme EDT. Okay, so now comes the time when I'm supposed to tag a couple reviewers. Now, I did a little bit of digging. I didn't look to see all of who hasn't done this yet. I know a lot of people have. I'm pretty late, so there's not many people left to tag from what I can see. I checked out my boy Josh, aka Sense. I looked at your channel, and I did not see on your video lineup a top 4 fragrances for life video. Unless I'm blind, I didn't see it. So therefore, I'm tagging you. And another reviewer I'm going to tag, which is a reviewer that no one tags. And I'm sure, I don't know how he feels about this. I don't know if he'll even see this, but I'm Jeremy Fragrance. I'm tagging you. I want to see what your top 4 fragrances for life would be. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sure you've already seen everyone else's video and typed out what your top 4 would be on their video, but feel free to do it here on mine too, down in the comments. Let's talk about it. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.